Hi all, welcome to the session. This is VC from VC's Academy. So in today's topic, we will discuss about cell division. So in my earlier classes, I have discussed about what is cell division, what are the types of cell division, what is amitosis and what is mitosis and significance of mitosis. So today we will discuss about meiosis, which is also very important. So what is meiosis? So meiosis is, before going into it, the term meiosis was first introduced by Farmer and Moore in the year 1905. Farmer and Moore were scientists who are involved in introducing the term meiosis. In meiosis, the number of chromosomes becomes half in the daughter nuclei as compared to the parent nuclei. So, from 2n to n, the chromosome numbers will become because of meiosis. Thus, meiosis is also known as reductional division and is associated with the formation of germ cells. So, we know what are germ cells. Germ cells are the gametes that participate in sexual reproduction. Meiosis involves two sequential cycles of nuclear and cytoplasmic division called as meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, but only a single cell of DNA replication occurs. So, meiosis has two cycles. One is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, but only single DNA replication takes place. At the end of meiosis or meiosis 2, 4 haploid cells are formed. So coming to the stages in meiosis, as I have previously said, meiosis is having two stages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. And what are the stages in meiosis 1 and meiosis 2? We can see here: interphase, karyokinesis and cytokinesis. So what is the difference in meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 is meiosis 1 has a prophase which has substages that which is not having in meiosis 2. So we will go through meiosis 1. In meiosis 1, three phases: interphase, karyokinesis, cytokinesis, and in karyokinesis, prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. As these are of meiosis 1, they are given as prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. So in prophase we have leptothene, zygotine, pachythene, diplothene and diakinesis. So coming to meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 results in the reduction of chromosome numbers to half, thus it is called as or known as reductional division. Coming to prophase 1. Prophase 1 is the longest, complex and divisible into 5 substages on the basis of chromosome behavior. So what is prophase? Prophase is the first stage and it is long, complex and divisible into 5 substages based upon the chromosome behavior. So what are the 5 we will see? One is leptothene, zygotine, pachythene, diplothene and diakinesis. So we will go through one by one. So what is leptothene? Generally these are called threading of chromosomes. So the following changes are observed during this stage, especially in leptothene. What we will see: the chromosomes become gradually visible under light microscope. The centrioles start moving towards opposite ends or poles and each centriole develops astral rays. Each chromosome is attached to the nuclear envelope through the attachment plate at both of its ends. So there are three major changes which we observe here. Chromosomes become gradually visible under light microscope and centrioles start moving towards opposite ends or poles and each centriole develops astral rays, and each chromosome is attached to the nuclear envelope through the attachment plate at both of its ends. Coming to zygotine, the following changes are observed during this zygotine stage. They are: the chromosomes start pairing together which is called as synapses formation. So in zygote, synapses formation takes place. Such paired chromosomes are called homologous chromosomes. Electron micrographs of this stage indicate that chromosome synapsis is accompanied by the formation of complex tripartite proteinaceous structure called synaptonymal complex. So the electron micrographs of the stage indicate chromosome synapsis, which is proteinaceous structure called synaptonymal complex. The complex formed by a pair of synapsed homologous chromosomes is called a bivalent or tetrad. So what are the complex named as a result of paired homologous chromosomes? Called bivalent or tetrad. Coming to packaging, it is one of the important stage. Following changes are observed during this stage. Bivalent chromosomes are clearly seen as tetrads. Each chromosome of a bivalent consists of two chromatids and are called sister chromatids. So in packaging, bivalent chromosomes are very clearly seen as tetrads, and each chromosome of a bivalent consists of two chromatids and are called as sister chromatids, and two sister chromatids of one chromosome in a homologous pair with regard to the other chromosomal pair are called non-sister chromatids. The two sister chromatids of one chromosome in a homologous pair. So if you see, take one homologous pair and it's compared with the another one, there's two sister chromatids and their pairs are called as non-sister chromatids. This stage is characterized by the appearance of recombination of nodules or recombination nodules, and at which crossing over occurs between non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosomes. This stage is characterized by the appearance of recombination nodules, the site at which crossing over occurs between the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosomes. So the recombination nodules are the sites where crossing over occurs. Crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between two homologous chromosomes. It is an enzyme mediated process and the enzyme involved is called as recombinase. So crossing over means exchange of genetic material between two homologous chromosomes, both which are similar, and it is by enzyme called recombinase. Diplotin. So what are the changes observed during this stage? And diplotin is one of the longest phase of prophase. There is dissolution of synaptonymal complex and the recombined homologous chromosome starts separating. This process is called as desynapsis. The separation of the homologous chromosomes is not completed in this stage. They are remain attached at one or more points where crossing over has occurred. So diplotin initiates the desynapsis process, but the chromosomes are remains attached at the points where crossing over has occurred. The X-shaped structures are called chiasmata. Coming to diakinesis, following changes are observed during this stage, and this is the last phase of prophase 1. This stage is marked by the terminalization due to the chiasmata shifting. So the stage at which terminalization is due to chiasmata shifting is diakinesis, and during this phase the chromosomes are fully condensed and the meiotic spindle is assembled to prepare the homologous chromosomes for separation. So this is the phase, that means the diakinesis is the stage where the chromosomes are fully condensed and the meiotic spindles are assembled, and they are assembled to prepare the homologous chromosomes for separation. The nucleoli and nuclear membrane disintegrate and disappear. The akinesis represents transition to metaphase 1. So what will be the next then? Metaphase 1. So what is metaphase? It is the stage that follows by prophase 1, and we can observe the following changes during this stage. The bivalents arrange themselves on the two parallel equatorial plates. So if we observe the diagram, and we can clearly see that the bivalents arrange themselves on the two equatorial plates which are parallel. The microtubules from the opposite poles of the spindle attach to the pair of homologous chromosomes. The microtubules from the opposite side poles of the spindle attach to the pair of homologous chromosomes, and anaphase 1 and the changes observed during this stage are: homologous chromosomes break their connection with each other and get separated. So in anaphase 1, we can see that the homologous chromosomes break their connection with each other and they get separated. This process of separation of homologous chromosomes is known as disjunction. So disjunction is the process which we can see in anaphase 1, which is as a resultant of the breaking of homologous chromosomes which are connected with each other. The separated chromosomes are univalent and are also called dyads. So the separated chromosomes are called univalents, and or they are also can be called as dyads. On reaching at the end of the anaphase, the two groups of chromosomes are produced with each having half number of chromosomes. So by the end of the anaphase, the two groups of chromosomes are produced with each having half number of chromosomes. Coming to telophase 1. So this is the last stage of meiosis 1, and the changes observed during this stage are: the chromatids at each pole of the spindle usually remains uncoiled and get elongated. Homologous chromosomes reach at their respective poles. Reappearance of nuclear membrane and nucleolus takes place.